Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Katie and I'm the organic esthetician. All right, so my background might not be familiar to you, and that's because I'm actually on vacation right now. But Black Friday doesn't take vacations. And so I am gonna film a couple videos from Kauai to make sure that all of you are set up for success as we go into these holiday sales. In today's video, we're gonna talk exclusively about the Nebulyft devices, and we're going to compare the R1 to the N1 so that if you're interested in at-home radio frequency, you can figure out which one of these devices is best for you. I'll be making a couple other videos while I'm here going over all of my favorite at-home devices because all of them are about to be on super sale. So this is kind of wild. I am talking to you while looking at the ocean. Really quick, before we hop into all things Nebulyft, I thought I'd give you a little sneak peek behind the scenes into my morning. So I hiked out to Kauai Beach, like a little over 5 miles round trip from the house, and it offers some of the most amazing views on the island. I absolutely love this hike. I didn't go all the way out to the falls because it's a big hike. It's like 9 miles or something. But I brought my tea with me and I went and had tea on the beach. I had to cross a river to get to the beach and fell into the river. It's been quite a day. Not to make anyone jealous, but I am having a good time, even though I've been working the whole time I've been here. Okay, so let's jump in to the Nebulyft devices. I've already made a video on the R1 device. If you haven't watched this video and you're interested in possibly getting a Nebulyft device, I highly recommend that you pop over and watch this video either after you watch this one or pause this one and go watch it now. As with a lot of my videos, it's very in-depth. We'll talk about the different types of aging that you can experience in the face so that you can figure out what you might be experiencing and then pick the best modality to address those concerns. We talk about what radio frequency actually is and how the Nebulyft device works. I show a full tutorial of how to use the device, how to charge it. I cover everything in that video. In today's video, we're gonna keep it short and sweet because I am on vacation. And we're really just gonna focus on how these two devices are similar and different. All right, so I do apologize if you hear helicopters going by or chickens and roosters in the yard. We're in the jungle in Kauai and there's just a lot going on. But let's just jump right in. Rebeccatech makes two at-home radio frequency devices. Radio frequency, or RF, is a modality that creates a deep penetrating heat that stimulates collagen synthesis in the dermal layers of the skin. It does not dissolve fat. Let's get that out of the way right now. Everyone asks these questions. Everyone leaves comments down below about it. Let's not talk about ablation of adipose tissue because these guys don't do it. But the thing that they do is stimulate collagen. This is going to firm and tone the skin, giving a lifted appearance to the face. It helps with gel formation. It helps minimize line depth. It's fantastic just for overall facial rejuvenation. Now, Rebeccatech also says that their devices can be helpful for acne, which I think is really interesting. I don't have any experience with that in particular, but sounds like it's something to look at. Okay, so both of these devices offer RF technology. Both offer a 10-minute treatment. 10 minutes is easy. The heads of these devices are smooth. It creates a very comfortable treatment. You spend 2 minutes per treatment area of the face, and after your 5 2-minute treatments, the device automatically turns off. You use it in conjunction with the conductivity gel. Out of all of the radio frequency gels that I've tried, I do like the Nebulyft gel the best. I haven't noticed any breakouts from it. It doesn't have synthetic fragrance. It doesn't feel icky on the skin like some of the other ones. I do really like it. I know Trina over at Beauty Beyond 40 uses an aloe vera gel instead of the botanical soothing gel. I personally haven't tried it. Nebulyft does suggest that for best results, you use their gels. And I do find that if you do not have enough of the conductivity gel on the skin, the device doesn't get as hot. You don't get the same amount of glide or slip, and in turn, you won't get as great of a treatment. So if you are choosing to use an alternative gel, just keep that in mind. Both of these devices heat up to the same temperature, 107.6 degrees Fahrenheit, 42 degrees Celsius, which is the optimal temperature for collagen stimulation. Now, what I will say is that having experienced both of these treatments, the R1 device does not feel that hot when you're using it. It's very gentle warmth, even at the highest setting. I would imagine it would be very challenging to burn yourself with this device. Another reason why I really like recommending it, because it's so easy to use at home. Now, the N1 device gets hot. It feels like a more traditional at-home radio frequency treatment. You'll be a little pink after you finish your treatment. I actually think that it's a benefit or a plus to using the N1 versus the R1. I like knowing that my devices are working, and because I'm used to using other at-home radio frequency devices, my personal preference is towards a warmer treatment. Another cool thing that Rebeccatech offers is an app. So you can use your treatments in conjunction with an app, and it tells you in real time the temperature of your device. So I really like that. I'll show you what that looks like here. You can see I'm getting all the way up to 106, 107 degrees, which is where you want to be. The slower you move your device, the hotter it'll get. So if you want to avoid heat, move it quickly. If you want to really stimulate that collagen synthesis in a specific area, do really slow movements on the skin. So the reason that the N1 feels hotter than the R1, even though they are able to reach the exact same temperatures, is because the N1 utilizes 5th generation technology. So the analogy that they gave me was to think about horsepower. While a Toyota and a Ferrari both can reach 60 miles per hour, one can get to 60 miles per hour much faster due to increased horsepower. So when you're thinking of these two devices, think of increased horsepower or stronger technology that's driving the activity of the device to create that heat quicker, to create a greater stimulation of that collagen, and in turn get you your results faster. And that is one of the biggest differences between these two devices. Then let's just do the obvious ones. So the N1 is larger than the R1, and the N1 has 128 more of these RF microdots than the R1. The R1 uses gold microdots, and the N1 uses titanium. How you turn these devices on is different. With the N1, you turn it on the side, and then you increase up to 5 different intensity levels. On the N1, you turn it on here. It is a little more sensitive than this guy, something to just be aware of. And then it has 3 different levels that you increase by hitting that center button. When you finish doing your treatment, it'll turn off automatically after 10 minutes, or you just hold down the button. Okay, now let's talk about results. I'll show you again my before and afters using the R1 device. I was quite impressed. What's so great about both of these gadgets is that you're able to achieve both instant and long-term results, which I don't find happens with most of the other at-home radio frequency devices that are on the market. When you're stimulating collagen, there is a little bit of a delay from triggering collagen stimulation to it coming up to the surface to firm the skin. So now I'll show you my July results versus my November results. I think that this is a pretty realistic before and after, because I've probably only used this device maybe 2 or 3 times each week. Whereas if you're someone who is very dedicated to your at-home radio frequency treatments, you could be doing this daily. Okay, so let's do a quick recap. R1 is an incredibly effective and powerful at-home radio frequency device, but it does have a smaller panel head than the N1, and it does have less of those microdots, 128 less than the N1 device. Both are able to achieve 107.6 degrees Fahrenheit, but due to 5th generation technology, the N1 is able to get to those temperatures quicker, promoting subcutaneous collagen tightening and regrowth. Both devices offer a comfortable 10-minute treatment, and both can be used in conjunction with their app. And the next thing we should talk about is pricing, because the prices are quite different. So normally the R1 device retails for $4.99 and the N1 retails for $7.99. Big difference. However, there's a huge sale on Nebulyft devices, and the R1 is now $3.99 and the N1 is now $7.19. However, I do believe they're doing a gift with purchase if you purchase an N1 device. When it comes down to it, it's really up to you. I'm kind of leaning towards the R1 just because of the price difference. Now, I have both of them, and I definitely am exclusively using the N1 device because, as I said earlier, I do really like that heat when I'm doing my RF treatments, and it's a larger surface area, so I'm able to cover more ground in each treatment area so that I can kind of overlap hitting a couple of my target areas of concern twice in a single treatment. So I hope that sheds a little light on the differences between these two devices. Out of all the radio frequency devices I've tried, I am definitely partial to the Nebulyft devices. You really can't go wrong whether you do R1 or N1. Okay, everyone, I'm going to put all the information down below, links on how to shop it, and I'll put a link to that R1 video that I talked about in the beginning. Feel free to leave any questions you might have down in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you subscribe. I'll be making a couple more videos while I'm here in Kauai, hopefully having a little bit of a vacation too. And if you're interested in purchasing any other devices or products that I talk about here on the channel, I'll put a link to my discount codes down below as well. All right, everyone, have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.